Okay, and for the final week of my Batman month, this is probably one of my favorite Batman games. Actually, I think this is my favorite. Batman: Rise of Sensu. It's for the PlayStation 2, and it's it's Sensu is a character that was created by Jim Lee specifically for this game, if memory serves. But this is I had said a couple weeks back with the Batman the Animated Series that it just felt like uh, it felt very true to that world that the game was created for, and this is very much the same thing. They created a game in the new Batman animated series style um, with uh, Batman, Batgirl, Nightwing, and Tim Drake's Robin. Um, Tim Drake being my favorite character in comic books. This game, I instantly was like, I want to get this game. When I got it, I was not disappointed. It's a 3D fighter, fighting type game, um, and I was very excited to play this game. Um, to have not just Batman and Robin fighting side by side, but to have Nightwing and Robin fighting side by side. At the time, it it was something that just you didn't have. Wow, it blew my mind. And the game didn't disappoint. I mean, it's very basic in the style of what it does. But you have batarangs, you have, um, you know, it's very simple. Um, it's not very complicated in what it does, um, but it's very simple in the animated series style that it has, and what it brings to the table. And it's a very fun what it brings to the table. Very easy to pick up for any new gamer out there. And again, Royce and I have played this game on top of Lego Batman and Batman Forever, the arcade game. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start this. Like I said, this is Batman Rise of Sensu for the PlayStation 2. So um, one of my favorite things about this game is once you beat it, you actually can unlock the costumes or alternate costumes, the characters. So that being said, we're going to go to story mode. We're going to go to the easy one player for me, of course. So here is Batman, and then here's Batman's alternate costume, which is a very nice nod to Adam West. It's just very cool. Um, I love how it's even got the yellow emblem around the bat, which is again a nice nod to Adam West. Um, we've got Nightwing over here, which is again very true to his animated series style. Then you click on the L1 button, and then he has his 1980s look for his suit, which was very cool because again, like not many people even recognize this suit, and he only had it for a couple of years, I think, in DC Comics. I mean, he had the Elvis look with the raised collar. He had this look, and then he went to the most recognizable look, which was kind of all black except for the kind of uh, drawn down blue. So this look right here was very cool to see that, especially inside of a game. Um, so I like that a lot. Then you have Batgirl, which is right here in her animated form, which she was in the comics, and then she has her classic look right there, which was in the comic books and then the cartoon, which is cool, I guess. I'm not really a big Batgirl fan, but it's a nice nod. And then you have Tim Drake, Robin, right there, sporting his animated series look. And then I thought they were going to go with the uh, kind of comic book looking Tim Drake costume with the green leggings and black boots, but they didn't. They did something even better for him, which was give him the complete classic Robin look, which is this. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, that is so far fucking badass, man. I mean, that is cool as shit to have classic Batman and classic Robin just kicking ass in the dark streets of Gotham. I mean, it is cool to do something like that, you know. Because like I said, I thought they were gonna do a, you know, green leggings, black boots Robin because it kind of fit the look of what they had already established with that Robin. They gave him the classic look of kind of a bird word Robin. That's cool. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and be this is so cool. It's so dumb. But anyway, I'm gonna go with the classic look of um, Tim Drake Robin because again, gotta go with my hero man from being a kid. Um, so I'm gonna go with classic Robin. Um, so that being said, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with Nightwing. I'm gonna go with classic Nightwing here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with classic Nightwing. I'm gonna go with Dick Grayson here because I went with Dick Grayson last week. I went with Robin, so I'm gonna switch it up. Go with well, still Dick Grayson, but I'm gonna go with Nightwing this week. So all right, rescue the civilians. All right, so use these controls again. Bitch, you've got a time limit for all this stuff. And as you can see, it's all this stuff is very, very simple. And as you guys can hear, my controller rumbles on this. I've got one of those rumble controllers. I don't like it, but don't think I can shut the rumble off. All right. And as you can see, that it's not too terribly hard. It's the controls are a little lagging, almost like the computer can't decide what exactly it wants to do. It's always been that way for me, no matter what. Um, but it's still a lot of fun to be in this world of Gotham. Um, and I don't know why they decided to have it be that way, but it's still a lot of fun to take on these villains. And again, it fuck. And again, it still feels very true to Gotham, in the animated form. See, again, the controls are a little lagging. And the other thing that I hate about this game is if you get the civilian too early, the timer counts down. So you really have to time how quickly you get the civilian. So that's why I try to wait to the last possible second to get the civilian. See, and I think the graphics for the time were very well. But I mean, I think this was like the middle to latter. I mean, I think the animated series was off the air at the time. Um, I don't know if this. I don't know. I don't really know if this was. I don't think they made a lot. Yeah, I don't think they made a lot off this game. I think this would have been off the air at the time that this game came out. Yeah, see, this control is just lag. And that's it. That's the one thing I hate about this. Like it's not the running is fine. It's the kicks that really kind of suck about this game. Again, this is probably one of my favorite games. Um, but the kicks just fucking suck. And again, like I said, just wait till the last minute to go get that civilian. Otherwise, you find yourself running out of time to the next one because if you got all these enemies to fight, and you still haven't. If you still haven't, got the enemy, or I mean, if you haven't got all the enemies by the time you get to it, then you find yourself running out of time before you get to the next one, and then you just Royce and I kept running into that problem because he'd go grab the enemy or grab the civilian real quick, and I'm like, don't rescue him yet, because he'd never fight the enemies. He'd leave them for me. I'm like, oh, thanks, Royce. He'd always be like, Dad, help, Dad, Dad, help. I'm like, I got it, son, I got it. Oh, don't get the civilian. It's a lot of fun to play games with. I really enjoy that. That's one thing that I always wanted to do, and it's a blessing to play with them. Yeah, like I love these. I love this game. Like it's like I said, you have the free roam of just going through the streets and just beating the shit out of all these animated, you know, enemies and everything. And it's so fun despite the lag of controls. And I know I keep bitching about that, but that is a minor gripe. Like if I could go in there and just tweak one thing about this game, it would be that. And I know you can pick up the boxes and stuff and throw it and whatnot, and same thing with those um things that are full of chemicals and whatnot. But I always seem to just I always seem to crush myself, um and just explode on saying explode on myself just sounds dirty. It just sounds wrong, man. All right. So all right. So there we go. So there's that first level. So as I said, it's probably one of my favorite games. Um, so all right. So I'm pausing the game. So yeah. So like I said, it's one of my favorite levels. Or one of my favorite games. It represents the world of the animated series. The fact that you can play as all four characters, granted not at the same time, but you can play, you know, Batgirl, Nightwing, Robin, Nightwing, Robin, Batman, you know, Nightwing, Batman. It's like the fact that you can do any four of those characters. It's just great. You know, it's especially for at the time they didn't do that. And to put Nightwing in a game when most of the world didn't even really know who the fuck Nightwing was great. And to put those Easter eggs of his old costume in there, fucking even better. So the nostalgia factor definitely kicks in for me because it's one of those games where I can pass those things down to Royce and show him, hey, this is this is the history of those characters. And to pick up those games and play, I mean, it's just a fun game on so many levels, and it still holds up today. And again, in a world where you have Arkham Knight, where you have so many intricate details, um, these games you can pick up. You don't have to worry about any of that. You can just pick up. Um, and again, just like so many of these other games that I've shown you these past couple weeks, you don't have to know any of that. You can just pick it up and be like, I'm good. I know what I need to know within 30 seconds of playing it. And this is a fun game that you can spend hours on and shut it off and be fine. So I mean, it's a great game. Again, it's a little more pricey than some. Not a lot of people know about it. But it is one of the better games out there. Like I said, the only gripe I have is, and I know I've said it a million times, the lag of control for the kicks and the hits. Running around, yeah, it's great. But and the enemies seem to land punches a lot easier than you land punches on them. But your punches seem to be a lot more impactful than theirs are to you. So it's you know, eh. So that being said, I think the game's worth it. I think it's a lot of fun, especially if you got a buddy to play with. Um, I think it's worth it. It's a great game. So that being said, uh, I've enjoyed doing these Batman games in the month of Batman. Um, be genuine, be safe, and keep on geeking on, guys.